This morning I was driving to an appointment and I was stopped in a red light. At my side was a metro station, and I was seeing people disembark and embark into the metro station. And for whatever reason, it caught my attention that people had that slightly phased out look. They were somewhere else in their minds. Even children had that feeling of being lost in another world, not present. And this gripped me really. Brought tears to my eyes because it's one of the things that I'm seeing most because of the disconnection from nature that our society is now built in. So we are in cities, we are in concrete forests, and all around us shapes, Wi-Fi signals, screens, everything is kind of made non-intentionally, I think, to disembody us. So it brings us out of our body and into our mind, spinning stories, spinning wheels, and we are disembodied, ungrounded. And seeing this in adults is something, but seeing little kids, 5 years old or slightly older, just in that state already, well, it's painful and it's not right. So I was thinking, how exactly can we bring humans back to nature? Because much as I would love to, we don't have, at this point in time, the space to be living in the middle of a forest with all of the beautiful commodities that we are used to. It's at this point we are billions here on the planet, so that's not an option. So what are the alternatives? One is to bring nature back into our cities. So instead of us building more in nature, no, preserve nature, preserve those sanctuaries, start renaturing our cities, and more, not more, but right alongside that, start harmonizing the spaces that we have and the signals that we are immersed in, so radio signals, waves. And this is something that I have been passionate about for years. And the space that I was living in, just moved out this past weekend, was a masterclass, boot camp, challenged me in all the ways that I could be challenged, that I know of, in order to harmonize the inputs and the energy of that particular place where I was living. Beautiful place. If you came from the outside, you wouldn't even notice anything, but energetically, there was a lot happening there. So I am going to start sharing information, tips, principles, and practical ways to apply them to start bringing coherence into our own spaces. Because quite honestly, my mind is set on governments already to actually start to legislate buildings to have certain qualities that will help create harmony in the building itself and bring that harmony into the land where the building is uh, planted, so to speak. So it will harmonize humans, animals, and the land that it's built on. And that will be a very, very different experience of living for all fields of life. But until I get to that point, we start from the roots up. So I'm going to be sharing everything that I know, everything that I learned from my training in biogeometry, everything that I learned from other trainings in other bodies of work in terms of energetic harmony. And this is going to be focused on energetic principles and how we can apply them in our spaces, in our living spaces. So it's not just homes, it's offices, it's even cars, parks, patios, farms. These are energetic principles. And with this, it's my intention that you start having a bit more of, I'll call it energetic literacy in terms of spaces. And it's not feng shui, although we might talk a little bit about feng shui as well. But it's mostly going to be based on what I learned in my foundations training. I'm not a certified biogeometry practitioner, but what I've learned, I will be sharing because it's a lot of information that's made public again, so I don't get into trouble. uh, so with this, I want you to start having more of an awareness of the energetic environment around you and know what you can do to start harmonizing little things here and there because it's cumulative. The more little things that we harmonize, the more that we create a field of coherence that then can start harmonizing other sources of incoherence that might exist in the environment. So that's my decision. It has been a few years in the making, and I'll be starting to share this soon. Small bits of information, practical applications. If you have any questions or comments that you would love to see addressed in this new series, do let me know. And until then, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.